How's it going, everybody? For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Victory Brewing Company's Storm King, an Imperial Stout. So this is Storm King by Victory. This is a beer that I see a lot of talk about often, around Beer Advocate especially, and we just recently are able to get this in my area, so I'm pretty excited. I don't think I've honestly had any beers by Victory before. But just to give you some information here, it says Victory for your taste. It comes in at 9.1% alcohol by volume, so definitely worthy of the Imperial Stout moniker. Let's see here. The commercial description is seasonal brew. Emerging from the deepest shades of darkness, a rolling crescendo of flavors burst forth from this robust stout. The thundering hoppy appeal of Storm King subsides into the mellow subtleties. Sorry, the text is kind of smeared here. Subtleties of roasted malt exhibiting an espresso-like depth of character in its finish. An exquisite blend of imported malts and whole flower American hops merge harmoniously in this complex ale. Discover the dark intrigue of Storm King as it reveals the rich, substantial flavors that it holds within. Cheers. Bill and Ron, the brewmasters of Victory. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to be drinking this beer today out of my Duvel snifter glass. So I'm going to take the cap off carefully because I don't think I have a Victory cap on the front of the beer fridge yet. And I like to save my caps. Okay, cap is off. I can smell it from here. This is very fresh, by the way. I'm going to set the other three back and let them age and see how they develop. So this will be for a very decently fresh impression. Straight out, it's almost pitch black, very dark brown. I'm going to pour this super aggressively here. Not a super wicked head potential, but better than you'd expect for the alcohol being that high still. About a finger of very dark tan colored head. Holding this to the light yields no results because it is pitch black. The smell, nice. There is definitely some hoppiness to that, which is something that's probably going to subside over time if you let it age. It's got the malt, kind of a sweet, creamy milkiness. Bittersweet chocolate, light touches of coffee, not super substantial in the coffee smell. It's mostly chocolate and malt here. Maybe just really light touches of raisin or currants that kind of mix in with the fig. I'm not mixing with the fig, what am I thinking? That mix in with the alcohol. And maybe just a very light kind of molassesy sort of tone to it. Smells pretty good. Let's give it a taste. Really good. It definitely does have a hop profile to it, though, that I'm not too keen on. I mean, it definitely mingles well and it's balanced well, but I don't like hops in my stouts. I like them to be super aggressively malt forward. And the bitterness that I'm getting, unfortunately, it is a hop bitterness, not a bittersweet chocolate or coffee bitterness. Up front, there's nice sweet chocolate and malt and a little bit of coffee, and then it does kind of fade into a bitterness, sort of a hoppy bitterness, and it's not full-on hops like an IPA, of course, but these are kind of the hops that you would find in like a black IPA. Is a great way to explain how the bitterness is on this. It's very good, but it's not, in my opinion, absolutely mind-blowing. I think this beer would do well with some age on it to get rid of that hop profile. Obviously, it's something they want you to experience because they, advertise it right on the label. I don't like a lot of hoppiness in my stouts. So, as far as my ratings go, I would give this, I think, about an 82 in the style for my own overall impression. About a 74, 75. It's good, but not great. Because the flavors up front, even the ones that I do expect to be there, like the coffee and the chocolate and the dark fruit, they're not that strong. It drinks to me more like a very strong stout rather than a Imperial stout. It would be a very weak Imperial stout at that. But I do think it needs time to age, so some of those flavors up front can come forward more, because I'm not digging the hoppy bitterness on it. The bitterness resides for a very, very long time afterwards. That's not something I like in my stout. It almost feels now as if I have drank an IPA. So there's that. But anyway, that has been my review of Victory Storm King Imperial Stout. Hope you guys enjoyed the beer review as always, and stay tuned for the next one.